Dead? Looks dead to me.
Alright now, everyone back away. Let the law handle this.
But...
That's it.
If anyone saw anything, step forward. Otherwise, step away from the body. You there. Wait a moment.
Yeah. It's nothing.
Want to have your clip featured in the Skyrim Clip of the Week? Simply record the clip on your Xbox and then send it to me via message. My gamertag is iRyanI, that's IRYENI, and then you can message it to me over Xbox and I'll be able to view it. I look forward to seeing the clips that you guys send me. Now moving on to the video. Hey, what's up guys, it's Ryan, and welcome back to another episode of Modded Monday. Now I've picked out 5 new mods for you guys to check out and perhaps add them to your load order if you find them interesting. But like always, before we jump into the mods, I want to quickly remind you guys that I'm partnered with Gamersupps, which in my opinion is the best energy drink on the market. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, I'll be sure to leave a link in the description so you guys can go to their store page, and you can also use the code RTD for a 10% discount on all your purchases. I also want to say, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any brand new mods as they're brought to the mod page here. Now that all that's out of the way, we can sit back, relax, and enjoy 5 brand new mods to add to our load orders. And starting off at the number 5 spot this week, we have the Showing Off Stuff mod. And the thing that's so different about this mod is it expands all the items that you can put within the weapon plaques in your home, and I think this is a brilliant idea. The mod page reads that this allows you to put fish, paintings, and some other things on weapon plaques. You can display non-violent items on weapon plaques too, such as fish, like I said, paintings of landscapes, still lifes, puppies, kittens, and bunnies, Dwemer busts, gear, and doodads, animal bones, antlers, deer skull, dragon skulls, and mammoth tusk for all you hunters out there, and then you also have nautical stuff, such as ship wheels, anchors, mud crabs, and even a ship model too. You can also display musical instruments for you bards out there. You can display a lute, flute, and war horns. You can display the Imperial Dragon Sigil. Now it is important to note that this only applies to the single weapon displays, and you won't be able to use this on the ones that come with the shield plus the weapon display. This is only the singular one with singular items, and you can craft the stuff or you can buy them from general goods merchants. So as you can see, I went into General Belethor's and he had some stuff for sale which I purchased and put up, or you can head down to the crafting station if you're more of a hunter and you're looking for, you know, the antlers and the deer skull. You can craft them straight from there whenever you get back from hunting. This mod also allows you to create paintings by crafting empty canvases first, and then you can choose the painting, and this mod also requires the Immersive Display Overhaul. The Immersive Display Overhaul is a very small mod which just allows for this type of functionality, so it's just required in order for this mod to work properly. Also, this mod was just created to fill your weapon plaques with some more interesting items, and this isn't really meant to be a museum of collectibles, but it definitely can. Because you guys know me, I love my player home mods and I love to see what people can do with their mods, but now we have way more ways to customize them within the game without having to use the creation kit. So now you can put paintings up on the wall in special places that you weren't able to before. You can also set up a nice little wheel from the ships. I really like the way that looks, or some model ships, or just some other random things you found throughout your travels, and I really like that about this mod, and that's definitely why it's featured here to number 5 spot this week. So I'd strongly recommend downloading the Showing Off Stuff, Put Random Things on Plaque mod, and trying it out in your next playthrough of Skyrim. Coming in at the number 4 spot this week, we have a brand new badass armor set that's going to intimidate every enemy that you come across in Skyrim. This is the brand new Knight Set armor mod, and the mod page reads that this is an armor piece of a lowly knight fashioned from solid iron. This armor might be on the heftier side compared to others of the kind, but it also offers such great physical absorption in exchange for its imposing weight. Included in this mod, we have a brand new helm as well as an open helm. You have gauntlets, armor, leggings, a shield, a longsword, and even a greatsword to go along with it too. So this mod compensates for anyone who's playing one-handed or a two-handed role, and I really like that about this mod. You can craft this armor set at any forge, and it can be tempered as well, so this really is just a brand new armor set that they're putting into the game that isn't a replacer of anything. It's just a brand new set that you can get your hands on, and I really love the looks of this. This is an incredibly badass armor set, and like I said, you're going to be intimidating any bandit that you stumble across because it just looks so dark and mysterious, and I just really like the art style that they used, and that's definitely why it's featured here to number 4 spot this week. So if you like the looks of this brand new armor set, I'd strongly recommend downloading this Knight Set mod and adding it to your next playthrough of Skyrim. Coming in at the number 3 spot this week, we have a brand new music mod that does something that I never thought was possible. It's able to combine a bunch of music from a bunch of other mods into one simple mod so that you can have all kinds of music in one playthrough and not have to constantly be switching out your music. And its name is simply Another Music Mod. And the mod page reads, yep, it's another music mod. I wanted something that replaced the entire soundtrack with an eclectic mix of all types of music. I was able to find these mods on Nexus with open permissions, so I went to work at mashing them together. It took quite a while, but this is eventually what I came up with. Now, the mod creator went in and extracted the entire original Skyrim music file and replaced every single track but for the Sovngarde chant, meaning that's the only original song you'll hear in this mod. Everything else is brand new and something that you'll be able to listen to as you're exploring all throughout the game. You'll hear pretty much every single style of music fitting the world of Skyrim, ranging from epic and dark, fantasy to Viking, Celtic, Nordic, and folk music too. There's also a few tracks from the classic Arena and Daggerfall games, as well as a special track for Alduin's death. They removed the palette tracks that usually play between songs as well, which means you'll have nice silent breaks instead of just music constantly running together. There's also fixes included to ensure you'll hear combat music at higher levels, and bards won't interrupt the new tavern music either. They'll only play if you ask them to now. But please bear in mind that this is simply just a music replacer and it doesn't touch any of the UI sounds, so you can get separate mods to replace those on your own. Which I think is a good idea because they already cover all the music in Skyrim, they won't want to dip into other things that you may already have mods in. So if you're looking for a brand new music mod that's going to expand all of the music that you hear all throughout Skyrim, then this is definitely the mod for you. But I will say that I will try to play some of the songs that are featured within this, but a lot of it has been copyrighted. But I will say that a lot of these mods that are featured in here, the music, is something that we've covered before, such as Nightfall, the dark fantasy music, that's inside of here. You also have the Songs to Play Skyrim 2, a music mod all-in-one mod in here. The Elder Scrolls Compendium music pack is featured in here. You also have main menu music replacers, and so much more, all combined into one 189.50 megabyte mod. This is an incredibly impressive music mod, and it's definitely one I'm going to be rolling with in my next playthrough, so let's get a small little listen to some of the tracks you'll be able to hear, but like I said, I won't be able to play all of them, and all of the rest of the tracks that I think would be really interesting with this showcase I'll leave in the description so you guys can go listen to them on your own. But let's sit back and relax to some of the music that you'll be able to hear as you're exploring all throughout Skyrim. Now, like I said, this showcase isn't going to be able to cover all of the ranges of all the different types of music that you'll hear throughout Skyrim. I just wanted to give you a little taste of what you'll be hearing as you're exploring all throughout the game. But there's definitely way more to hear and tons of hours of music to listen to as you're exploring, and that's definitely why this mod's featured here at number 3 spot this week. So I'd strongly recommend downloading Another Music mod and adding it to your next playthrough of Skyrim. Coming in at the number 2 spot, we have another brand new armor mod that aims to be an all-in-one that covers so many different armors of the same creator, all mashed into one brilliant mod, coming in at 592.34 megabytes. This is an absolutely massive armor mod. This is called Xavbio's Retextures All-in-One. I probably butchered that name, I apologize for that, but the mod page reads that this is a collection of all of Xavbio's vanilla and CC retextured mods, and will be continually updated as more content is released. So that's always always great to see that whenever we get a brand new mod that adds new armors, anything that they missed will be covered in future updates, which is always great to see. These textures have been downscaled to a crisp 1K and compressed to an appropriate size, which still makes it just under 600 megabytes, so you know this is going to cover a lot. And just a few examples of what this armor covers: you have the Dark Brotherhood armor as well as the robes, which changes them to all black, which is incredibly badass, and what I think the Dark Brotherhood armor should have looked like from the get-go. Then you have the Ebony armor and shield, which you guys know is my favorite armor set. I'm always wearing Ebony armor in a lot of my videos, and especially back before I started changing the Ebony out, that was like pretty much what I wore all the time. They have a brand new remastered version of that as well, and it looks very badass too. We also have the Wolf armor, which has also been changed to black, which I really like the looks of. And then we have the Nordic carved armor and shield, which has been changed, and you can just tell there was a lot of time and effort put into all of these armor sets. And they made some other changes to other different armor sets, making them either rusty, more realistic looking, just to give your immersion a boost, and the same deal goes with the individual ports that applies to this all-in-one. So if you want an alternate color version of a mod, just load it below this one. So if you're looking to completely expand your armory with a bunch of new realistic and immersive weapons and armor, then I'd strongly recommend downloading Xavbio's Retextures all-in-one with CC and adding it to your next playthrough of Skyrim. Coming in at the number 1 spot this week, we have a mod that I've covered in the past, but recently received a massive update. This mod used to be under 10 megabytes, I believe, and now it's almost 400 megabytes. So what was this giant update? This is Anna's Interior Editor, which is a mod that allows you to decorate your Skyrim and allows for the adjusting of orientation of existing objects and creating and adding new objects. And what I mean by that is it adds hundreds, and I mean hundreds, of unique items that you can display all throughout your house, or you can build your own house for yourself, or you can get a spell that allows you to spawn your own house wherever you want throughout the game. I've made a video in the past about this, so I'll make sure to link it in the description if you want some more details, but this is pretty much a mod that opens up so many doors in terms of creativity in Skyrim, and it's definitely one of my favorite mods ever made. Now, how to use this mod is there's a door leading to a test house in the dent on the left wall facing the main gate of Whiterun, where most people would jump on the barrel and then jump out of the map. You would go into that little area and there'll be a door there now, and on the inside you have a chest that includes tons of scrolls, and I mean hundreds and hundreds of spells, scrolls, and different enchantments that just allow you to use all of the features of this mod. So basically whenever you walk in, you'll have a chest that has a bunch of rings that whenever you take and put the rings on, you're able to walk around and have extra spells that allow you to alter the world around you. You know, you can place down an enchantment table and just start using it right in the middle of nowhere. You can place down a giant house and live inside of it. Or you can place down a giant house and then decorate it yourself. It doesn't have to be pre-made for you. You can turn off all of the decorations on the inside of the house and then decorate it for yourself and just live out in the middle of nowhere. You can spawn in map markers and be able to teleport anywhere you want throughout the map, but most of the time I just use it for my custom homes. I put down a map marker so I can actually fast travel to the place that I chose in the middle of nowhere. So I really like that as well. So this mod really just, I've never seen another mod that allows you to do this. You know, you've never been able to put down a random map marker on Xbox just willy-nilly, but now you can. You've never been able to just alter the world around you and change a bunch of stuff, other than with like the Placeable Statics mod, which is a mod that we've also covered in the past, which is very cool as well, which doubled up with this would make it even more creative. There's just so much that I could talk about with this mod. I feel like I'd be talking for hours, but I feel like this showcase is going to tell itself because I'm literally spawning in items. I'm spawning in a house and walking into it. You know, there's so much that you could do with this mod. So if you like player homes like me and you like to see the creativity of the Skyrim community, then I'd strongly recommend downloading Anna's Interior Editor and building a brand new house for yourself and posting it on our Discord, because I'd love to see what you guys can come up with. So that's definitely why this is featured here at number 1 spot this week, so I'd strongly recommend downloading Anna's Interior Editor and trying it out in your next playthrough of Skyrim. So that's pretty much it for this week's episode of the top 5 Skyrim mods of the week. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and if you did, I'd appreciate it if you left a like and subscribe if you're new. It really helps me out a lot. And if you have any suggestions for mods you'd like me to cover in future top 5 mod episodes, be sure to let me know in the comment section below, or you can join our Discord. I'll be sure to leave the Discord link in the description as well as the pinned comment, so you can join us on there and leave mod suggestions there as well. Special shout out to my Patreon supporters. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys have done for me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I'll talk to you guys later.